I know people feel that 911 changed their life, but they saw it on TV. It's not like they were like I was right there.
I have a situation with American on a possible hijack.
It took a long time for me to psychologically kind of get over that, and now I feel it's some far away, like in time. 所以我们的感觉要完全不一样。前面的是
My name is Randy Alexander. My Chinese name is Liu Landi.
I'm a conductor composer.
明白吗
I do consulting for a lot of different kinds of artists. The consulting I do most for is for elementary school choirs.
三拍有两个强拍，一个是第一个 ，OK， 再开始。
My music work mostly comes from other people who know what I do and they refer me to other people. So if somebody's looking for somebody who can do this, then somebody will say, oh, I know a person, Randy can do that. You have to find him.
So your personality
is very introverted. Yeah, very shy, very introverted.
我是什么国家的？我是美国的，但是我在中国已经20多年，比你还久。57岁。
I wait for other people to find me, and I don't go out, and I'm very shy, and so I need to push myself to go meet people and do more things out more. But it's not easy.
The first time I came to China, I was in graduate school, and I received a phone call from my father. He asked me, do you want to go to China with me in the summertime for a couple of weeks? And I was like, wow. I don't know much about what China is like on the inside. I know some people from China, but I don't know what life is like in China. How could I say no to something like that? It is very interesting. So, we went to a lot of different hospitals and 这是我爸。
这个是什么时候
？93年，对，很喜欢他。
你到现在还能记得住？
韦小鹏，我今天记得他的名字。我也那个搜过他的名字，但是 I found the people to be very warm. I found the food to be amazing, the scenery and everything like that. I just thought, wow, this is such a cool place. 这个长城 And the language is very interesting too. And I always wanted to go back. And then later I married a Chinese woman. She was from 东北。这个是我的学校在东北。这些学生都是很大，现在都有。8 years later, my marriage started becoming not so good, and also I didn't like the weather there. It's too cold. There's not much art. So eventually, I moved here in 2010 to Xiamen. Then today, I started a company here. It's called 月光音乐. I was given a single lily wand. My musical interests are all over the place. So I like all kinds of different music. As a composer, I had to learn how all the different instruments work. 这个是在这里买的，那个是在东北买的，然后那个是在淘宝买的，然后这个是从美国带过来的。That's why I spend all my money on instruments, and I don't have any money. I'm very poor because all my money is put into these. 我一般现在作曲，如果有概念，我就可以自己写出来。然后如果没有概念，我就即兴，试试这个，试试那个，那个是用乐器的。所以现在的一般的人用电脑写，他们也不会乐器，电脑可以改成其他的和声，有匹配其他的和声，然后。
你觉得这种算偷懒吗？
我觉得。 Because AI is just a tool. You can say it replaces something, but that's not really creating art. Humans have art. 但是我学的时候没有这样的。我音乐学位硕士在美国找工作其实没那么容易。So I did some project management that for a few years. After that, I worked in Wall Street for some banks. And I thought that I would continue doing that because you can make a lot of money doing that.
Internet companies are the hottest and most profitable investments in a generation.
那个时候我从我家走路到华尔街就半个小时。
Yahoo!
Those internet stocks continue their
And I would often, in my lunch hour, go down between those two buildings, and I would look up at those towers. And I thought they seemed so powerful. They seemed so like eternal. Tuesday came, and I had some appointments that day, but in the morning I was asleep, and my sister called, and she said, "Did you see what happened? A plane crashed into the World Trade Center." A few minutes, not a few minutes, but I don't know, a little while later, 18 minutes later, I can't remember how many minutes, but then another plane crashed. And then it's like, oh, this is huge, okay, I'll call you back later. And then we brought my son, who's only 1 year old, we can see it.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see
Yeah,
the two
I mean, it's
towers.
like, and like there's all the smoke coming up. And
that is the World Trade Center, and we have
Manhattan was locked down. I don't know. They had to try to figure out what happened. Anyway, I didn't feel very safe. I think every American was very affected by it. And they feel that 911 changed their life.
Jules, this is Ryan. Listen, on an airplane that's been hijacked, if things don't go well, I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. I'll see you later, Jennifer. Bye, babe.
It took a long time for me to psychologically kind of get over that. So I just stayed home, was learning Chinese, and I convinced my wife that we should move to China. So we did. You see this in American news a lot, that China doesn't have a lot of human rights. There's no freedom in China, they think. But this is a little bit ridiculous. In America, they think that if you can, stand on a box in front of a big crowd and say, oh, the government's terrible and something like that, we have to fight against them, that doesn't really have any effect. They don't know how the government works in China. I personally know people who work in the government. I have friends who work in government offices. They work hard and they have an ideal. They want to help. They want to know exactly what you want to know, and then they try to figure out how they can help you. You can't be in the Chinese government and be lazy. You can't. They want clean people. They want people who want to do good things. Like I said, when 9/11 happened when I was in New York, and I didn't feel safe there anymore. I felt like I can't trust my government. My government doesn't care about me if I'm alive or dead. So I came to China, and I feel safe here. I feel that the government really cares about the people, and they want the people to have a smooth, happy life. It means that you can live a nice life here. The quality of life is the BRT and the subway and paying with WeChat and everything, and everything's cleaner and cleaner and greener and greener and better and better. I'm very confident, and I'm very confident in the government. I put my whole trust in the Chinese government.